There is something that controls every moment of your life, that guides you on your path, even when you are unaware of it. Your subconscious is a powerful mechanism, a sleeping giant within you, and today I will show you how to awaken it. Stay tuned. This could change your entire reality. A practical guide for those who want to discover themselves. How to manage your subconscious. By mastering your subconscious, you will significantly expand your capabilities. It is proven that the subconscious controls all life processes in the body and a person's destiny. Now you hold in your hands a powerful tool for solving any problems and fulfilling any desires. An almighty genie is always at your service. This guide is about an omnipotent mechanism, regardless of how it works. It doesn't matter what this phenomenon is called. Some call it God, some call it a higher power, and some use the modern term subconscious. For us, one thing is important. This something is capable of fulfilling any of your desires. In this guide, I will tell you how to use this mechanism in your life. Use the mechanism and live life to the fullest. Moreover, I'll tell you a secret. By using this mechanism, you won't have to strain yourself. This mechanism itself will fulfill all your desires. It will guide you on the right life path so you don't get lost. What is important to understand when starting to cooperate with the subconscious? It is important to understand that the subconscious never sleeps and is always busy working. It controls all unconscious processes in our body and completely controls our destiny. The subconscious can identify with any character or deity and can do anything. It is always ready to carry out your assignment, knows the way out of any situation and the entrance to any door. The subconscious is always ready to help, knows everything about everything, and does everything with ease and skill. It can act through people and circumstances and can open any opportunity. The subconscious possesses all abilities, and for it, nothing is difficult. For the subconscious, any task is simple and easily achievable, and it can use any tools to realize your desires. On the infinite power of the subconscious. So, what do we have, and what will we build upon in our cooperation with the subconscious? Your subconscious never sleeps. Even when you sleep, it is always busy working for your benefit. During sleep or in an unconscious state, your body and organs continue to function. Your subconscious is responsible for this. The same thing happens in the ordinary waking state. After all, you do not consciously control your metabolism, the work of your cardiovascular and excretory systems. Your subconscious performs all of this. The same applies to your destiny. All so-called random coincidences are organized by your subconscious. All movements and paths of your destiny are under its complete control. In everyday life, you meet people, make new acquaintances, receive money and ideas for subsequent realization in the external reality, thanks to the power of your subconscious. There is no point in knowing exactly how this happens, but it is known for sure that the subconscious is connected to all the resources of the universe and skillfully manages these resources. However, it should be emphasized that all these processes occur unconsciously. Your heart beats, but you are not aware of it and do not control the heartbeat process. You accidentally meet people, but you didn't plan it and didn't do anything specific for it. Recent scientific research in this area has shown that it is possible to consciously manage your subconscious and interact with it to achieve your goals, attain well-being and health, manage your destiny and the course of events in the external world. Read on, and you will learn that managing the subconscious is quite simple. Using these methods, you will be able to achieve anything you want in your life. You will be able to improve and organize your life exactly as you wish. Moreover, you won't need to work hard. Everything will be organized unconsciously and carried out by your subconscious. How to manage the subconscious? Or rather, one must learn not to manage, but to interact with one's subconscious. Fortunately, it's as simple as everything genius. To make contact with your subconscious and start cooperating with it, You need to establish a certain relationship with it. This is precisely why various religions and cults exist. Some people interact with the subconscious, calling it God. They pray to it, believe in its infinite power, and receive what they ask for. That is, the subconscious fulfills their desire through the relationship of God, servant of God, or in any other aspect. Others turn to the forces of nature and certain impersonal aspects of the world. As for example, in shamanism, shamans turn to the power of fire and summon lightning in the sky. The subconscious doesn't care what relationship you establish with it. It will work with you in any of the relationship aspects you choose. You can address the subconscious directly, without the mediation of a divine image. For example, "My dear subconscious, while I'm sleeping, work on such and such a problem." Or, "My dear subconscious, while I'm watching a movie, process such and such information and give me the right solution on this issue." In any case, the subconscious, like a great genie, always hears you and begins to carry out your assignments and requests. Only there might not be 3 of them, but as many as you want. Your subconscious is perfect, so it is enough to tell it just once, and it will immediately get to work. Everything you ask it for, sooner or later, will be fulfilled. All you have to do is wait and watch for signs of fate and thoughts that come to mind. Although the subconscious hears you at any time of day or night, there are moments when it is most widely open. These are the moments when you are in a state of meditation, trance, or sleep. In these states, you can not only assign tasks to the subconscious, but also communicate with it through the internal communication interface. For a clearer example, let's consider the intermediate states between sleep and wakefulness. In psychology, this is called alpha brain rhythms. In other words, this is the state when you are just beginning to fall asleep, but have not yet fallen asleep, yet you are no longer in a waking state. As a rule, this state is quite difficult to catch, but with some practice, you can learn to do it. The moment when you have just woken up but haven't opened your eyes yet is also good. This state is much easier to catch than the state of falling asleep. Therefore, when you wake up, don't rush to open your eyes. Communicate with your subconscious. The feedback interface will be open wide enough. In this state, you can ask your subconscious various questions and give it assignments to carry out. Answers can come in the form of symbols, voice, text, or live pictures. It is also necessary to note that the state of the interval resembles a state of semi-delirium or light drowsiness. In the alpha state, you can get quite accurate answers to any of your questions. For example, many treasure hunters use this intermediate state to determine the location of treasures. They knew how to catch and enter the state of alpha brain rhythms, and in it asked a clear question about the location of treasures. Then, the subconscious, through the internal interface, showed them a map, and on the map, it placed a red mark exactly in the place where the treasure was hidden. One way or another, these visions resemble a dream. Therefore, immediately before such work, it is necessary to prepare a notebook and pen, so that upon waking up, you can immediately write down the information received from the subconscious. Usually, such information is retained in our consciousness for no more than 3 to 5 minutes, and then it is forgotten. How to address the subconscious correctly. Here I will describe some important rules that must be followed in communication with the subconscious. If you simply follow them, then your work with the subconscious will work flawlessly. In fact, this is the basis and inner content of any magic. So, when addressing the subconscious, follow these rules. Always address the subconscious as you, using the formal you. Consider it your best friend, the most faithful servant and helper at the same time. Never use negative statements carrying the particle not. For example, subconscious, make it so that I do not smoke is an incorrect statement. On the other hand, it would be correct to say, subconscious, make it so that I lead a healthy lifestyle. Pay attention to the fact that the statement is made in the present tense. Always address the subconscious in the present time, because for it there is neither past nor future. Address the subconscious as a real, omnipotent personality, in simple language and from the bottom of your heart, sincerely. It is beneficial to support your request or statement addressed to the subconscious with visual images that you can play out in your imagination. After the subconscious has fulfilled your request or materialized your desire, thank it for it with all your heart. If you have already asked for something but later your intention changed, ask the subconscious to erase the old request and clearly state your new intention. When addressing the subconscious, always be confident that your request will be fulfilled, even if it takes some time. Using the power of the subconscious to achieve goals. For a deeper understanding of the methods outlined in this guide, it is important to realize the subconscious has limitless possibilities. With the right interaction with it, you can open new paths to the realization of a wide variety of goals, from material to spiritual, attracting necessary resources. When a need for a certain amount of money or resources arises, the key step is precise formulation of the request. The appeal to the subconscious should be sincere and clear, with an expression of gratitude for the support. After that, you should let go of your request and switch your attention to everyday affairs, allowing the subconscious to independently find ways to realize the plan. It is important not to obsess over the result and not to repeat the request endlessly. It is enough to give a clear instruction once and trust the process. Searching for necessary specialists and opportunities. When the need for cooperation with professionals arises, be they programmers, designers, or other specialists, the same principle should be used. A clear internal request, directed to the subconscious, starts a chain of events leading to the right people and opportunities. The result may come through random recommendations, new acquaintances, or unexpected offers. The main thing is to let events unfold naturally and be open to the prompts of the universe. Creating texts and creative materials. The subconscious serves as an inexhaustible source of inspiration. For creating articles, books, or other materials, there is no need to study literature for hours. It is enough to make an internal request for help in preparing the necessary information and trust the process. Ideas and ready-made solutions come within a short time, sometimes at the moment of awakening, sometimes during the day, as if the answers themselves float to the surface of consciousness. Solving complex issues. When difficult situations arise, or there is a need to give a balanced answer to a complex question, it is useful to entrust the information processing to the subconscious. After carefully familiarizing yourself with the question, it is worth internally formulating the task and letting it go, engaging in other matters. The subconscious, as a rule, produces a ready-made solution within the near future, making the choice most balanced and accurate. Building harmonious relationships. Working with the subconscious also helps in matters of personal relationships. By forming an internal image of the desired partner, taking into account appearance, character, and values, you can direct a clear request to the subconscious. It is capable of connecting people's paths, creating suitable circumstances for acquaintance and relationship development. At the same time, it is important to give the subconscious freedom of choice, trusting its wisdom in matters of a harmonious union. What other help can the subconscious provide? You can give your subconscious completely different tasks. You can instruct it to heal your organs while you sleep. You can ask for money. You can instruct it to work on your image and correct it. You can receive the necessary information and answers to your questions, befriend and cooperate with your subconscious, and it will fulfill all your desires, solve any problem, and become the most powerful tool for your external and internal work. Always remember that your subconscious never sleeps and is always ready to carry out any of your assignments. Let's summarize. Now let's summarize everything said above and define the very scheme of working with the subconscious. This scheme has been tested in practice by many people and it works 100%. Therefore, by simply using this work scheme in your daily life, you will be able to achieve solutions to any practical problems. Determine how exactly you will address your subconscious and use this address always. Determine who or what the subconscious is for you and in what relationship you are with it. Establish any type of partnership or friendly relationship with your subconscious. Always begin expressing your assignment by describing the power of the subconscious and affirming your belief in its infinite might and strength. Thank your subconscious for everything it does for you and for everything you have in life. Constantly give some kind of assignments to your subconscious, realizing that it can do anything, and for it, nothing is impossible. In your address, be positive and do not use the particle not. Make any statement and give assignments in the present tense. Link your assignment to your real life. For example, while I'm sleeping, work on fulfilling my task. And when I wake up, give me an idea on this issue. After you have given an assignment to your subconscious, try to forget about it and engage in other matters, to give the subconscious time and opportunity to work on solving the task you specified. Watch for thoughts, ideas, signs of fate or coincidences. Through them, the request you gave to your subconscious may be fulfilled. After the task is completed, sincerely and from the bottom of your heart, thank your subconscious. Give a new assignment.